Advantage of using digital tools. So this is work I've really literally been invested in since the late 80s. Why kids need digital tools? Well, when we think about storytelling, it's child-centered. The child chooses the story, chooses the topic, chooses what to include in the story, chooses where to point the camera. The child's in control of the technology and the story. That's so important. Child choice and child control as it relates to positive benefits from technology use and long-term payoffs for the child's understanding that I can control these technologies as tools for my learning. They're already familiar with the affordances of digital devices. They've used their smartphone at home. They've used a tablet. They've used a computer. They're doing remote learning with you right now. So they don't actually have a learning curve around the digital devices. If there's any learning curve, it's around you helping them understand how the devices can become storytelling tools. We can use these things alone or together. Could be a child and a child, or an adult and a child, a parent and a child, teacher and a child, or just the child going off themselves to tell their own story. We use them for inquiry and investigation, for research and representation. And of course, storytelling is in fact a deep version of representation. Kids can search, collect, curate, and digitize artifacts. So the stuff that they find along the way on the nature walk, or even in an aspect of the classroom, they can now turn into digital images that can be part of their story. They document their learning in multiple ways, so multiple pathways, multiple means of representation are really important. They can show you what they know and show you how they learn. They can save their story, share their learning, revisit and revisit and revisit and revisit again. So we've talked about those words, but seeing them in the context of what children directly get out of it, and looking at the images that I've chosen to include here and how they relate to the notion of storytelling and story sharing. So you take a child's story plus the affordances of the devices, and you've got digital storytelling. That's what it's all about. We can use digital tools to encourage playing well with others, communicating, cooperating, collaborating, connecting, co-authoring. A couple of kids write the story together. The two architects that built the tower, they're co-authors of that story. So that's also another powerful way to connect. Expressing thoughts and feelings. So what are the emotions and what are kids thinking about? What are they feeling? Very important right now to think about ways that we can give them to share that with us. Being curious and creative. Imagining, pretending, playing, practicing, exploring, experimenting, testing, iterating, debugging. The last word is so much fun here in the digital age. Lots of us are dabbling around with coding and young children. What I love about coding is not so much that they learn to code or that they'll someday as an adult become a coder. It's that the notion of debugging. I write the code, I try the code, it doesn't go the way I thought, the turtle doesn't turn in the direction I wanted, I've got to debug it. I didn't get it wrong, I just need to make it better. And I love that concept for preschoolers around being free to learn, because they're not afraid of getting it wrong. They're just going to try it, and then they'll try it again, and they'll try it again till they get it to do what they wanted it to do. So we can use digital tools to encourage observing and noticing, organizing, documenting, asking questions, figuring out how things work, problem solving and solution seeking. I love that phrase. We say problem solving a lot, but I love the idea of solution seeking and solution finding. It's a more positive version of that. The problem isn't a problem. It's something that we need to find a solution to. Identifying and overcoming challenges, persisting through failure, that idea of fun failing. So persistence to get it to work the way you want to is really powerful. So I'm going to pause here again. Reflect on the advantages to children of using digital tools for storytelling and the kind of behaviors and dispositions that these tools can encourage. And think about how you're currently leveraging digital tools in your class, in the classroom and during remote learning. What is the role of technology and how is technology integrating? Make a quick list of the technology tools available to children in your classroom. And beyond digital storytelling, jot down a few of the benefits you see from children from integrating technology successfully into your teaching and learning practices.